In March of 2023, at the 95th Academy Awards, the action epic RRR became the first Indian feature film to win an Oscar for Best Original Song. The film's financial impact was significant, pulling in $14 million across North American theaters and sustaining a record-breaking 500-day run in Japan. Yet, zooming out from that single global success, the domestic market reveals an even larger scale. In 2025 alone, the Indian box office reached a record $1.6 billion in gross revenue. This bar chart compares annual film production volume worldwide. India manufactures over 2,000 feature films a year across 20 languages, outproducing China's 750 and the 400 to 500 films produced by Hollywood. That volume feeds an eager domestic audience. With over 2 billion annual admissions, cinema attendance is as deeply woven into the weekly routine as pub culture is elsewhere. India operates the undisputed largest film factory on Earth by sheer volume and ticket sales, yet an international breakout like RRR remains a rare occurrence. On the Global Soft Power Index, the country currently sits at 28th. This discrepancy points toward a structural vulnerability. The high volume of Indian film production masks a severe domestic infrastructure shortage. Visualizing screen density per million people highlights the deficit. The US has 109, China has 64, India has just 6.8. Compounding this is $4 billion in annual piracy losses, forcing the industry to rely on the South Asian diaspora for overseas revenue. Beyond the physical limits, there is a conceptual hurdle preventing global expansion: cultural discount theory. In practice, this theory suggests that localized narrative structures, like distinct musical sequences, complex social dynamics, and specific melodrama, can lose their appeal when exported across borders. Until the physical screen bottleneck is addressed and the psychological barrier of the cultural discount is bypassed, Indian cinema's global crossover potential remains limited by these domestic and cultural constraints. To see how a nation deliberately builds global cultural dominance, we have to look toward East Asia's rapid ascent. South Korea ranks 15th in global soft power. Rather than relying on organic growth, their cultural export is the result of a coordinated, state-backed strategy. The ABCD strategic model highlights India's high performance in agility, thanks to a decentralized ecosystem manufacturing multilingual content rapidly. But South Korea leads in convergence. Their unified output means a hit drama series actively drives global demand for pop music, cosmetics, and tourism simultaneously. They also bypassed the cultural discount, prioritizing universal pop song structures and formatting their digital media specifically for global streaming platforms. While Indian soft power exports, like Bollywood, classical arts, and cuisine, currently operate in isolated silos, the Hallyu wave proves state-backed, deliberate convergence is a key factor in crossing that cultural threshold. Back in the present-day Indian market, a structural pivot is underway. The industry is shifting its reliance away from physical theaters and towards a unified digital infrastructure. This pie chart illustrates the newly consolidated subscription streaming market. Following the merger of JioCinema and Disney Plus Hotstar, the new pipeline commands a dominant 31% share of the entire domestic digital ecosystem. Aligning with this digital pipeline is a new creative approach. Studios are increasingly producing pan-Indian blockbusters, designed to cross internal linguistic and regional boundaries as a localized test run for global export. The validation of this market shift is coming from outside the country. Korean entertainment giants like CJENM and HYBE are already establishing corporate subsidiaries inside India. Their motive is straightforward: importing the coordinated Hallyu training and production systems to tap into India's vast pool of raw, scalable talent. By digitizing distribution infrastructure, harmonizing streaming models, and treating intellectual property as a converged soft power tool, India's storytellers are building the framework to engage a truly global audience.